Assalamu alaikum, my dear students. I hope all of you are fine and doing well. So, topic here we are going to discuss it is the reactions of chlorine in detail. So, basically, when we talk about the chlorine, it is belonging to group 7A, as the group 7A elements are called as halogens. And the word halogens mean they are basically salt forming, and all they contain 7 electrons in their valence shell, and they require one more electron to complete their octet or to gain the stability. And all the group 7A elements, likewise the chlorine, fluorine, all are non-metals in nature. Now, what are its some specific properties? The atomic number of chlorine, here we have 17. Its symbol is Cl. Electronic configuration is likewise neon and 3s2 3p5, which is valence shell electronic configuration. The total electronic configuration is 1s2 2s2 2p6 3s2 and 3p5. This is the valence shell. Then its atomic weight is 35.45, which can be taken as 35.5 gram per mole. Is its basic properties of the higher valence oxides that it is strongly acidic. That circle just shows that. And the crystal structure is orthorhombic. And its physical state at 20 degrees Celsius or 68 Fahrenheit, it is in the gaseous form, and that color shows that it is a halogen. So these are some specific properties of the chlorine. Now, after this, we will learn about the reactions of the chlorine with different types of the chemicals, in which the first type is called as disproportionation reaction. And these reaction, by definition, in which where a molecule, atom, or an ion can at the same time be simultaneously oxidized and reduce. Oxidize and reduce, it's mean if it is present in the zero oxidation state, but after the reaction, it can have both the oxidation state like negative, or it may be not changed. That type of reactions are called as disproportionation reaction. Here we have the oxidation state of the chlorine. In this reaction, here the chlorine is having zero oxidation state, but after the reaction it contains -1 and +1 oxidation state. So this reaction is called as disproportionation reaction, in which it is being oxidized and it is reduced. It gains the electrons or it loses the electrons. That type of reaction is called as disproportionation reaction. Now here we have its first disproportionation reaction with the sodium hydroxide. Here we have NaOH, sodium hydroxide. If I'm going to write it over there like this, NaOH, it is going to react with the chlorine. After the reaction, the products that are formed, it is NaCl by forming NaClO and the formation of water. Now by assigning them oxidation state, the chlorine here, it is in the free state having oxidation state 0. But after the reaction or after the salt formation, sodium produces +1 oxidation state and chlorine produces -1 state. But here the oxygen -2, sodium +1. So to neutralize that oxidation state, the chlorine contains +1 oxidation state. Now by comparing, here when it changes its oxidation state from 0 to -1, then it just reduced in this reaction. On the other hand, in the second product formation, when its oxidation state changes from 0 to +1, here it just get oxidized. So that type of reaction is basically called as disproportionation reaction, and that reaction just takes place at the temperature which is 15 degrees Celsius temperature, and that NaClO compound is known as sodium hypochlorite. This is called as sodium hypochlorite, and this reaction is specifically called as disproportionation reaction because here the oxidation state changes from 0 to +1 and -1. Oxidation and reduction just takes place simultaneously in a reaction. So next, the sodium hypochlorite, which is produced in the cool state or in the cold state over there as NaClO, it is just a compound and it just decomposes into another product which is as NaCl plus NaClO3. So all that just depends upon what type of conditions are here present. The next reaction is the decomposition of NaClO, which I have explained earlier to somehow. So the sodium hypochlorite, which is produced in the cold state in this process or in the reaction, which was NaOH, on reacting with the chlorine, it produces NaCl plus NaClO. Now this compound just decomposes in this reaction at 70 degrees Celsius temperature, and the reaction is just sodium hypochlorite at 70 degrees Celsius produces sodium chloride and NaClO3. Now the reaction B, it involves the disproportionation of this hypochlorite ion. This is the hypochlorite ion, and to overall for this balance reaction in the hot state, we have to combine these equations in which the first one sodium hydroxide, this was the, and the second after this or balancing out this, these two equations just shows that the chlorine atoms are both reduced and oxidized. They are both oxidized and they are reduced in this process. So it was a simple process about the disproportionation reaction or decomposition of the sodium hypochlorite that we have. I hope you guys understand about the topic, and if you have any queries, you may ask me about that in the comment section. I will get back to you guys soon. The next topic that we will discuss, it is the introduction to oxyacids of the halogens. That what type of the oxyacids that halogens can form and what are their main properties, we will discuss in the next. For that time, you guys keep learning and have a good day.